everybody. You guys, every time we do this show, get like 3% better. You're like 108% better right now. That's amazing. You guys are doing awesome. Bob, how are you feeling tonight?
Oh, fantastic. We dodged a big snow bullet.
We did. It's in New York right now.
Yeah, New York is getting hammered.
Yeah. Well, sad New York. All right, well, let's talk about what's going on in St. Louis and elsewhere, everybody. Guys, many former Rams fans have now turned in their old jerseys. Yeah, boo. Well, they're turning in their old shirts to charities so they can now go to the needy. So instead of the Rams gear being burned out of anger, they're now going to be burned for much needed heat. San Bradford. Guys, scientists say that it would be physically possible for Spider-Man to climb walls if he only had a size 114 size shoe. But let's be honest, if he had a 114 size shoe, he wouldn't be spending his time climbing walls, right, ladies? Try to fit that into a tight suit. All right, guys, a giant church in the shape of a shoe opened in Thailand last week. But sad news, it's already been shut down after it was occupied by an old woman with so many kids she didn't know what to do. It's for the kids. Go to sleep. I don't know if you guys are fans of this band, but the band Widespread Panic has sold out the Peabody Opera House so quickly that they're thinking about adding a second show. This got fans excited at the opportunity to attend a show where they could hear 3 additional songs. 20-minute sustain. Man. Fish, Fish. All right, never mind. Not everybody knows Widespread Panic, apparently. Guys, a former prisoner of Guantanamo Bay was recently released after a 13-year incarceration because of mistaken identity. This just in, Netflix has announced their second season of Making a Murderer, so... Was that a burn? I don't know. The audience thought I was. Man, this is crazy. Germany was recently ranked the #1 country in the world. Yeah, Germany. Countries were ranked based on a number of criteria, including adventure, citizenship, cultural influence, and Jewlessness. Too soon? Maybe too soon. Oh, it's like a passing of the groan through the audience. Guys, a man in Worcester is trying to redeem a lottery jackpot after claiming he lost the winning lottery ticket by accidentally putting it through a washing machine. The only person who can confirm his story is his girlfriend, however, and she cannot be reached for comment because, she goes to a different school. You wouldn't know her, and say, she's a model in Canada. You wouldn't get it. Just don't ask around about her. Man, this is crazy. $50,000 worth of bull semen was recently stolen from a truck. In Sacramento. Investigators are saying it's a sticky situation, and the investigation is coming along. Sir, are you all right? Sir, is everything okay?
Huh? Me?
Yeah.
Everything is great. Could not be better. I'm at STL Up Late. Woo!
It seems like you are seriously injured. No, you don't have to come down here.
No, that's all right, Eric.
What happened? Oh my gosh.
This?
Yeah.
I just busted one of my guts during one of your monologue jokes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, yeah.
This is hilarious.
No, but this.
Where do you guys come up with this stuff, huh?
Well, look, I appreciate you saying these nice things, but you are seriously injured, all right? We need to get you some help.
Oh, no, Eric, I'm fine. I'm going to ride this one out.
No. No, can we get this guy some help? Anybody?
No, Eric. Here, seriously, I'm fine. I wear this like a badge of honor, okay? That was a seriously hilarious monologue joke you had there.
Okay. All right, well, can I get you anything? Anything at all?
Yes, absolutely, Eric. Tell me that monologue joke just one more time.
Okay, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, it is.
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
All right.
Yeah, do
all right,
one
but I'm
more
not
time.
going to be responsible if anything happens,
Well,
okay?
I am ready.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
$50,000 worth of bull semen was recently stolen from a truck in Sacramento. Investigators are saying it's a sticky situation, but the investigation is coming along.
Oh!
Okay, all right.
Oh, no.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, no, Eric.
What's wrong?
Oh, I'm done for.
No, don't leave me, no.
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 There ain't no coming back from this, Eric.
No, I'm not losing an audience member, not on my watch.
Eric, you gotta go on without me, okay?
Oh, I can't.
You have to.
I can't.
Look, there are plenty of other guts in this audience just waiting to be busted tonight, okay? You gotta do it.
Okay, all right. But can I do anything for you? Anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more joke, Eric.
Oh,
Just for old time's sake.
you got it, buddy. Hey, you guys hear about this? St. Louis's own Chingy recently endorsed Donald Trump on Twitter.
Oh, I'm cold, Eric.
I know. The internet's response? They didn't like what Chingy did right there.
Well, I guess they can't all be funny.
This is fun. Hey guys, a city in Denmark is making pork mandatory on all public school menus after residents said they were catering a little too much to the Muslim immigrants who can't eat it. Finally, a sequel to Babe, Pig in the City. They can't all be winners. Guys, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Chris Phillips, the Filmmaker, is here. So is So Many Dynamos. Stick around, this is STL Up Late. Like most people did recently, the cast of STL Up Late has made some New Year's resolutions, and also like most people, they have problems keeping them. So now that January is almost over, I thought it would be fun to check in and see how those resolutions are coming along. You guys want to check that out? Yeah. Cool. All right, first up we have our cast member here, Bobby. All right, his resolution, it says here, was to stop biting his fingernails.
Yep, and I haven't bit my fingernails in almost a month.
Okay, Bobby, what's wrong with your foot?
Can't win them all, Eric.
No, you cannot. All right, well, get better luck next time, Bobby. Keep trying. All right, next up we have Rafe's resolution. It says here, Rafe's resolution was to get in better shape. Okay, how's that going, Rafe?
Actually, my resolution was to get in better shape by moving into the mountains of the Soviet Union. Training with rudimentary farm equipment so I could avenge the death of my best friend Apollo Creed.
What?
By fighting a Russian named Ivan Drago who stands 6'5", 275 pounds.
Rafe, that's the plot to Rocky IV.
Damn it! This happened last year with that Jamaican bobsled team.
All right, Rafe. Keep trying, Rafe. All right, let's see here. Next up, we've got Davy's resolution, and it was, oh boy, to stop pleasuring himself so much. All right. Davey? Davey, can you come out and tell us how it's going?
I can't, Eric.
Why not?
I'm busy.
Gross. All right. Next up, we've got Kate, whose resolution was to stop cursing people. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. That's stop cursing at people. Sorry about that.
Jesus fucking Christ, Eric. How hard is it to read a goddamn teleprompter? Seriously, the words are right there, you stupid fuck.
right, next up, we've got Jake's resolution. It was to learn how to read minds. Let's see how that's coming along.
It's going fantastic, Eric Robert Christensen.
And that's not my middle name.
Eric Patrick Christensen.
Nope.
Eric Dwayne.
Nope.
The Rock.
Nope.
Johnson.
Nope.
Christensen. All right, man. Okay.
Keep trying on that one, Jake. You'll get it. All right, next up, okay, what?
Figured it out.
No, Davey.
Yeah, everything's
Davey, your
taken care of.
pants are still unzipped, man.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Gross. Yeah, gross. All right. Next up, we've got Steve's resolution. Steve's, is this right? His resolution was to not murder anyone this year? Steve, please tell me you've kept this resolution.
I mean, so far so good. It's going well.
I hope so. I hope so. All right, good job, Steve. All right, next up, we've got Ben. His resolution was to not build an ark. How you doing on that, Ben?
It's going well so far. You know, it's tough, but I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Oh, that's weird. Can you explain the picture that we found about your backyard?
What? Are we calling that an ark? I don't know. I don't know if I'd call that. It's untreated wood. I think it's more just a pile of lumber at this point.
Ben, that's an ark.
Okay. If we're gonna trust the guy who couldn't finish Shipwright Academy, right?
Yeah. All right. Last but not least is Melissa, who says here she wants to go to the gym more and not get murdered. Melissa, how's that going so far?
Oh, it's going really well. I've almost gone through the whole menu.
All right, Melissa, the gym doesn't mean Jimmy John's.
Depends on how you spell it, Eric.
Okay, all right. Well, at least you haven't gotten murdered, right?
That's right. That's
true.
going really well.
Steve! Steve, come on, man.
I was doing good though. I had a good run there for a while.
Steve, it's still January.
I tried.
You sure did. I'm proud of you. Guys, stick around. We've got Chris Phillips and So Many Dynamos. You guys, STL Up Late is always looking for ways to give back to our community. In fact, our writer, Bobby J. Cox, is a local firefighter, and he asked me if he could take some time on our show and plug a fundraiser he's doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our very own Bobby J. Cox. Looking good, Bobby. Looking good.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on, Eric.
Of course.
This is great. I just wanted to come on the show tonight to spread word about my new charity event. That's
Okay.
what I want to do.
Sure.
And as a fireman, I am required to keep my body in peak physical
I can tell.
condition.
I can tell.
Yes. So I can save all you ladies from the flames.
As you can tell, the ladies do love a fireman.
Yes, and now for the desirable price of $20, all the ladies and gentlemen too can go home with their own Bobby J. Cox Sexy Firefighter 12-month wall calendar.
Yeah, well, I guess the sexy fundraiser calendar has been working for a while. Now, are we able to show a couple of images from the calendar? Or are they too hot for TV?
I think we can show four of them. We can probably show four of them on TV.
Right.
Let's start with April. And
Sure.
watch out, ladies, because this month it's going to get wet. Can a sexy fireman come keep dry under your umbrella?
Oh, yeah. All right. Jeez, man, look at that. You are buff and beautiful. Now, was this photo taken in the firehouse garage, or where was this?
Nope, that was taken in my parents' garage. I live at home.
Okay. All right, well, I mean, it's a sexy photo, but what does you posing in your parents' garage have anything to do with firefighting?
Eric.
Yeah.
Firemen use hoses to fight fires, dude. I
Right.
can't believe you just asked that.
Okay.
Hey, Eric, have you ever heard the old fable, April showers bring Mayflowers?
I have, and that's not a fable.
Okay, well, anyways, the smoke is thick, and you're gonna need the sexy fireman of May to lead you to the uncharted territory of burning desire. Tell your friends, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, that there's room for everyone in these big, strong arms.
Oh my God, Bobby, look at that. Look at those muscles. Oh, yes. Obviously, your take on Columbus Day, which is in October, by the way.
Yeah, but look how well that Mayflower's pun paid off.
Yeah, okay, I guess it did. I guess so. All right, but just like the last one, I don't see anything fireman related in this photo.
Oh, really, Eric?
Yeah.
Because that ship right there, that's made of wood.
Okay.
Which is commonly used to start fires.
All right.
My job is to end fires.
All right,
Ipso facto.
Wait a minute, the Pilgrims came on the Mayflower, not Columbus.
Moving on. All right.
All
Uh-oh, pussycat. You're trapped in a burning tree. Good thing there's a sexy fireman of September to save you. Just hold on tight to his muscular back and enjoy the ride to safety.
Oh, yeah! Bobby, I would be lying if I didn't say my inner thighs are quivering right now. Just sight of the bareback, I can't imagine what you're packing. All right, but I don't see what a majestic centaur has anything to do with firefighting.
Eric, how do you think us firemen got to the scene before cars were invented?
I don't know.
By horse-drawn steam fire engines, of course.
Okay, but they didn't use centaurs, all right? All right, look, Bobby, the title of your calendar is Sexy Firefighters, and none of these pictures so far have any indication that you're a fireman, all right? This is kind of too much, man.
You feeling overwhelmed, Eric?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relax. You should just relax.
Okay, all right, I'll try.
With the sexy fireman of November.
Okay.
Because he's wary from running hot, late night calls, and just wants to come snuggle you off to dreamland.
Oh my gosh, it's like somebody went in my fantasies and took a picture of the most reoccurring one. Whoa! Oh, you are naked, man. That's awesome. All right. But still, there is no way you're going to be able to justify this having anything to do with firefighting.
Well, actually, Eric, I can, because you see those clouds right there?
I do.
That are cradling my soft tush?
I do.
And my muscular chest?
Yes!
Well, those are nimbus clouds,
Okay.
which everyone knows are clouds that they produce rain. Rain is water, water kills fire, boom, I kill fire.
All right, got it. All right, Bobby, look, you're obviously just using this job title as an excuse to make an incredibly sexy calendar. Now, look, all right, let's go back to the thing here. It says sexy firefighter. Look, right there on the front there, but I haven't seen any fire trucks. You're not in your sexy outfit. Look.
Do you see what it says right there? It says Bobby XXX.
All right.
There is no false advertising here. The point is, people want sexy. Am I right? Yes. Who cares if it's a centaur, a cherub, Christopher Columbus? Sex sells. And with this calendar, I'm selling my sex, but for charity.
Okay, all right. Don't say you're selling sex on TV, all right? All right, now what charity is this for anyway?
It's for the Bobby Jaycox Fund to send Bobby Jaycox to the erotic modeling school.
Come on, man, you don't need that. Look, all you need is a little confidence, all right? Maybe a change in your mental attitude. Maybe just some oil on your chest. God.
Thanks, Eric. You always know how to make a sexy firefighter feel good about himself, you know?
Thank you. Thank you.
And speaking of, the end of the year blues got you down, gals? Well, don't be a Jacob Marley and get played like a chain of fools. Let December's sexy firemen lift your cold spirits.
Chain boy? That's not even a functional calendar page, man.
Yeah, but it really is sexy, so.
Bobby, it is sexy. But I think we're done here, Bobby.
All right.
Bobby Jaycox, everybody. As my guest tonight is the director and producer of the documentary film Ferguson 365, which details the events surrounding Mike Brown's death and recently won the Best Local Short at the St. Louis Film Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Phillips. Chris, first off, incredible film.
Thank you.
I recently watched it. It is amazing. The opening sequence, we're not going to get into it too much because coming up, the film is going to be shown on CNN. True?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see it on CNN. But right off the bat, it's raw, it's unflinching, and it just sucks you in immediately. And you were in the middle of all of this. And in fact, so in the middle of it, you were a resident of the Canfield Green Apartments when it all went down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So kind of take me through, like, what was it like kind of being in the middle of that, and how did it all start?
I mean, for me, really, when he was killed, I was on a film set, and I was getting all these phone calls and text messages, and they're like, yo, somebody got, killed, like, in your apartments. And I'm like, unfortunately, like, where I grew up, I'm a little desensitized,
right.
Which is very unfortunate. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out when I get home. And really, it started the next day when, in the late afternoon, where I was hearing this faint, distant chanting, and I come around outside the house, literally from around my building, and then there's like 500 people there.
Wow.
And then, from that moment on, I picked up my camera and just took to the streets.
You just ran back, you knew like you have to document that moment.
Yes, I knew it from right there because you when you see people get killed like that, you see the memorials and things, but you don't see 500 people gathered.
Right.
And the thing that I knew without even getting any details was that either, he was a well-known person or the facts surrounding the situation was so heinous. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of started, and maybe even you kind of knew like this was going to be a big deal right off the bat.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't think you can get much closer to this story. In fact, while you were shooting it, you were arrested yourself.
Yes,
correct?
yes. It was the 6-month anniversary, and I knew that there was going to be some sort of candlelight vigil, and then some of the people wanted to demonstrate afterwards at the PD. And literally, without getting too far into that, I was just on the sidewalk. There was like 10 people there, and Ferguson PD just rushed all of us, and they locked me up. And while I was in holding, they literally scraped up my card to try to erase the footage.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's that bad.
But it's cool because we had the trial just Thursday, and they dropped it, like literally.
Yeah, there was just I think I read that article just recently. It said like 10 or 11. The cases were dropped.
Yeah, 3.
So you're free.
I'm good now.
You're out.
I'm good.
Well,
So yeah,
you made it here.
I'm all right. Right. So
you're with us. Cool. Well, just to give everybody kind of a little taste, you have a teaser of the actual film. We're going to show that now. Do you want to set that up a little bit?
Yeah, it's a teaser trailer. It was something because, I didn't have any kind of backing and everything. So to generate the interest, I did this teaser trailer, and literally that's how the film got into the festival. That's how CNN and HBO and all those guys started calling. So
very cool. Very cool. All right, well, let's take a look.
When we're born, we know nothing about anger and pain, conflict. We inherit it from the world in which we live.
Brittany Noble spoke with police who say the officer involved in the shooting didn't know about Brown's involvement in the robbery at that time.
Everybody agrees the guy has his hands up and a cop shoots him anyway.
And Al Sharpton has the nerve to insult the American police community. Men and women risking their lives to protect us.
We're not anti-police, but we're anti-brutality.
We have a broken justice system. It is not fair.
For the second time in as many weeks, a grand jury has found the evidence is just not there to charge a white police officer in connection with the death of a black civilian.
No, they don't! Lives matter!
Stay in school and graduate. You know how many black men graduate?
Anything you could have done differently that would have prevented that killing from taking place?
No.
Nothing?
No. If he would have gotten on the sidewalk when and followed Dorian Johnson to the sidewalk, I probably never would have noticed cigarillos. I would have gone and gotten lunch and continued my day. He would have continued his.
Very cool, very cool. I mean, it's a film that from the get-go, it moves you, and you see exactly what it was like there, and that last shot kind of was what we were referencing in the real and just unflinching look at things that you didn't see on the news that you captured, and it was incredible. So this short that you made is going to become a feature-length film, correct?
Yeah, so as part of the CNN situation, they will be debuting the short as a standalone on the digital platform first. We're taking it to a couple of different film festivals. So then right now I'm working on the full-length feature. So that'll be premiered in its entirety on CNN, HLN, all their networks. It'll get a theatrical release, and that'll follow up. And I'm timing that hopefully to get that in time for election season, right in August, probably
awesome.
2-year anniversary.
Very cool. All right, well, be on the lookout for a feature-length film from Christopher. If you're watching online, stick around. We're going to talk a little bit more. If you're watching on my TV, So Many Dynamos is up next. All right, we are back with Christopher Phillips. Now, Christopher, for the audience, you guys, this probably isn't going to be the funniest interview you've ever seen, but this is important that we talk about this stuff, and I am very lucky to have Chris on the show because he was so close to this stuff. So I want to get into this because I think the events that happened are so important to Ferguson in St. Louis. One of the gentlemen that you interviewed, that you talked to, he said, "I wish we could have gone about it a different way." And that was in reference to the riots that occurred in Ferguson. Just as citizens, what do we do when we want justice? We want that we've got that pent up anger over something. We want justice. How do we go about it? What do you think?
I mean, it's really not for me to tell people exactly how to channel.
Sure.
There's different ways that you can do it. I mean, you can do it at the ballot box. You can organize. You can, sometimes it starts with the conversation. I think when he was talking about it going about it a different way, that was my neighbor. Mm-hmm. So what happened is what he was referring to is the fact is that as a result of that happening, a lot of the community was destroyed, like the resources. Right. I mean, I had a really shallow moment where one day I was going to try and get some tire cleaner for my car, and I'm like, man, the O'Reilly's is burned down, the AutoZone is burned down, Advanced Auto. I was like, can't even clean my tires now, But I mean, that's the smallest of all the issues. But I mean, really, a lot of it is, and what the film is aiming to do is to talk about the serious issues. Like in this state, in this country, we have still deep-seated issues with race, and that is the epicenter of a lot of things. And one of the things that has started this whole problem, and I think continues on, is that we have systemic issues with our local government and even with law enforcement. And a lot of those things need reform, and some things just need to be flushed out, And I really think
brought to the attention.
And I think, the scary thing that I think people don't realize is that nowadays in the age of the cell phone video, we're seeing the Eric Garners getting choked out and, Laquan McDonald getting shot 16 times, but think about all those times where there wasn't a phone present or when the technology wasn't available. How many of these situations have been overlooked, swept under the rug? That they've been
just started to do that.
There's probably tons of cases out there where somebody got off unjustly because of this.
And even when there is a camera there, it doesn't matter almost. It's still no justice.
And that's the frustrating thing. And I think that's what people need to understand is that when these people, what I'm trying to do is really bring another perspective that hasn't been talked about. And these activists and protesters, they're people, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're filmmakers, you know what I mean? And you know, they're out there and they're not out there for no reason. It's because people keep dying, you know what I mean? And it continues to happen. And then when you see somebody get off, even though the facts are there, and even in Chicago, you have all the dirty cover-ups and things like that, you know, that's why people are still, you know, out there in those streets, you know.
They still want that justice. We recently celebrated MLK Day. I recently had a conversation with my 3.5-year-old daughter. She wanted to know why we're having MLK Day. And so I explained to her what equality meant, and she still doesn't, like, she can't wrap her head around, I get what it means to be equal, but I don't understand why somebody would want to kill the person who wants everybody to be equal. And she can't understand that, and she still, like, every day she asks me again today, like, what was the name of the man who made us equal, and why did that man have to do that? And so there's still, like, you know, explaining that equality is still something that we're struggling with in America and that we still need to deal with. In St. Louis especially, how do you see us improving from here? Like, what do you see us doing to get to that point?
I mean, a lot of it, like I said, is that we still have not come to terms that there is a problem. The beautiful thing is that your daughter does get it because, you know, you understand it and you appreciate it, and that's the good thing. So you've passed that on to her. Sure. But there are people here that still do not want to have that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then there's some out there.
So you think it maybe starts at like a young level? Maybe that's
it starts in a young level, but then, you know, a lot of times people avoid the topic itself, you know, and they're really, they're looking at it as a isolated situation, not understanding that when we have problems with race and when me and you can't sit and talk together, you know what I mean, that it affects all of us, you know what I mean? So that's the part of it, is we have to really face those issues. And so really what my film is meant to do is to bring that to the surface and really dive into not just Michael Brown's murder, but the systemic issues that are occurring that are affecting us all.
They're telling me no time. I'm getting a no time flash, but I really don't care because this is important to talk about. So I'm sorry, but we're gonna take our time.
Right on.
So the making of Ferguson 365, there were glimpses that you showed us that were hopeful. You showed us the quick trip that did burn down. The Urban League has since built on that site, and Centene has put up a building there. And so there are these hopeful things for the St. Louis region. Is there anything else while you're making this film and that you saw that gave you hope for Ferguson and also just St. Louis in general?
Well, I think one of the things that I showed in my viral piece that was Ferguson 100 Days, 100 Seconds is really the unity that has come out of this, because these protests and the activism hasn't just been African Americans, it's been people of different races, nationalities, creeds, sexual orientations. All these people have come together because they understand that this is a problem that affects us all. That's the beauty of it. And then I've also seen that amongst these activists that are out there, that there's really a sense of community and family that even goes beyond the Mike Brown situation. You know, I've been out there, we fed the homeless. They've actually catered and done repasses for people that have lost their children. You know, these are your Ferguson protesters and your activists doing these things that, you know, they're not talked about on CNN.
I mean, there's a shot, a beautiful shot in the film where they're painting after it, and it's just, I mean, all colors of hands, just paintbrushes going up and down.
Absolutely, and that's the beautiful thing is that people have come from all over the world. I've seen them because, you know, I would leave from my house and go to work, and then I'm like, oh, it's a group of people from Pakistan. You know, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So I've met people from Ireland, England, everybody has come all over the world. So I think that this is something that is being recognized globally, and the way that it is uniting people is a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's such a terrible event, a tragic event. Hopefully, now we can be the spark, the catalyst to begin change, not only within St. Louis itself, but also, like you said, globally. Maybe it could start here and change, and we can bring
it already
true
has.
Equality.
It already has. I think, you know, when you look at these other cases that have happened in these other cities, you know, it always points back to Ferguson. So St. Louis has this opportunity to be an example for people going forward, because, you know, even those other cases, you know, you don't hear about them, but people always reference Ferguson.
So fuck being about the St. Louis Rams anymore. Let's be about equality, huh?
Yep.
Chris Phillips, everybody. We'll be right back with So Many Dynamos. See the film Ferguson 365 on CNN. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you die on me! Clear!
So many dynamos?
While you were waiting for your turn to speak, I must admit that this is all tongue-in-cheek. I'm through explaining, over-analyzing, or disagreeing on communicating ideas. Suffice it to say, I'm not listening. Just pay attention to my eardrums that are bending and take a patient opinions online. The Russian pull to keep the logic in time. My God, it's happening. The sound of our voices keep us from listening. Our words are like water, they're drowning out the day. We never intend to hear what each other say. Just pay attention to my eardrums that are bending and take a patient opinions online. The Russian pull to keep the logic in time. While you were waiting for your turn to speak, I must admit this is all tongue-in-cheek. It's unproductive, it's underwhelming, when conversation turns to condescending. We open our mouths and my body's deafening. The sound of our voices keep us from listening. Like water,
here at